What's up, YouTube? It's the real comic book junkie coming at you with another comic book related tip on how to organize your comics by keeping track of your collection. Okay, thank you all again for subscribing to my channel, checking out my videos. You know, in my 3 years on YouTube, going on 3 years, like 2.5. If you guys don't know already, if you're just tuning in for the first time, I'm taking a little bit of a break. I will be coming back, but I just don't know when I will come back. I need some time off, kind of get my fire back, the passion about it back. I mean, I love comics. I'm never going to stop collecting. But, I have over 500 videos in my catalog. So, if you guys miss me that much, you can go back and watch my old videos. They're kind of fun to watch. You know what I mean? Go back in time and see, where you started and where you came from. So, thank you for everybody that sent me private messages and stuff like that. I most likely will come back. I just don't know when. Tampa Bay Comic Con is the end of July. And, maybe that'll probably be the time when I may come back. It'd be a good time. It gives me a few months off to kind of I really just want to get my, the hustle and bustle of, work and spending time with my beautiful wife and, life in general. My collection isn't as organized as I would like. I have probably close to 18,000 comics. I'm gonna do a room tour. Probably tomorrow I'll do a detailed, in-depth room tour of my comic book man cave here, and I want to get my collection organized better. What I should have done before I got into this little thing here, this app I'm going to show you guys that I use. I should have organized my collection first and then done this because it may have made it easier. Now I'm kind of stuck in putting all my comics into this first and then organizing. So this is going to give me, it's just starting February, so March, April, May, June. It's going to give me like 4 or 5 months to try to get all my comics loaded into this app and then go through and organize them with dividers, by volumes, and hopefully I'll come back with a lot more fire. My collection will be a lot more organized, and yeah, but let me, enough rambling. I'm glad you guys tuned in. I'm glad you guys have stuck by. Please don't unsubscribe to my channel. I will come back. I just don't know when. I love all you guys. I love all your videos. I will still be watching. I will still be commenting. I'll be watching live shows. I just want to take a step back from making videos for a little bit and then, get my collection in order. And, because it was kind of stressing me out, to be honest with you. Stressing me out. My collection's just, it's in shambles. I mean, I got shit everywhere. I got new comics in this box over here and new comics in that box over there. And it's just not organized the way I like it. I like to be able to go up to a box, pull out what I have, and read it, or, just whatever. Switch it to Mylar or whatever. And right now my collection is just, it's a complete disaster. And if you guys know, having almost 18,000 comics and not knowing where anything's at it's a little bit of, my OCD is really just playing with my head. So I'm taking a step back. I will be back, so please don't unsubscribe. I will still be commenting. Hopefully this will weed out the trolls too, because I won't have any videos for them to thumbs down for a few months. And the people that are trolls or don't like my channel, they will leave, which is fine. And my real friends, I don't even want to call you fans or viewers, my friends will stick around and they'll wait, and I'll be back. I'm gonna be back, guys. Trust me. I'm already starting to feel the itch to do videos again, but I just want to take a break, get this shit in organized, and yeah. But let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. I've been collecting comics since I was 8 years old, and I'm going on 46 now. So that, a few breaks in between. But I am old. I used to be old school when it comes to, writing down what comics I have, what comics I need. So this is how I used to do it back in the day. And I'm talking back in the day, I'm talking about last year. I used to write, if you guys can see, I used to write the, like, here's Amazing Spider-Man, and I started at issue number 1, which I know I'll never get. I'm not a real big, collecting Spider-Man is not my real big, on my priority list. I like Spider-Man, and if I can find them for good deals, I usually pick them up. But it's not something I'm always on the hunt for. So what I did is I wrote 1 all the way to where the series ended. At $6.97, I believe it's at $700 now or whatever. But what I would do was, if I bought something, I would just come on my little book and I would just mark it out. See where the little mark's out? And, it's fun to do it this way. And, but it's definitely old school. So you can always tell when, like, here's Defenders. Here's my Defenders run. It hasn't been updated. But as you can see, I'm almost complete on my Defenders run. But most of your older collectors, old school collectors, will, they started out doing this. This is the only way we knew how to do it. But it's, cons are more popular now, and, going to your comic book shop or a flea market or a garage sale, you don't always want to carry this book around with you. You just don't want to do it. You don't want to carry this. It's a pain in the ass to pull this out. You're at a con. You got this big notebook on top of a box, and you got somebody next to you, and you're, like, moving your book, blah, blah, blah. But this, this is how I used to do it back in the day. And what I would do is, for some reason, I have a very good memory. And for the longest time, I remembered what my collection was strictly based on the cover. If I saw a cover in my collection, for some reason, it would just stick. So when I was digging through boxes, and I'm like, oh, I have that one, but I don't have this one. But as time grew on, and my collection got bigger, it was harder to memorize covers because now I watch so many videos, so I may see somebody's video, I may watch CBA or Alex the Comic Hoarder. I might watch one of their videos, and they'll show a cover, and it'll stick in my head, like maybe that's a cover I want, or that's a book I want, and then when I go digging, now I was getting confused to the point where, do I have it, or is it something that I want? And then, you end up buying doubles. Even though I'm the king of doubles, I love doubles, I love triples, quadruples. I have 25 copies of Outcast #1. I have so many comics that I have multiple covers of, or multiple issues of. Excuse me, guys. So, I wanted to find a way to better fine-tune my collection and keep it more organized into how I like to keep my, how I would be able, would make it easier for me to, if I was go to a con or go to a shop and look to see if I had that cover or what numbers I need to complete a run. What I'm going to probably do is do this in 2 parts. I'm going to shoot the shit with you guys for till 10 minutes, then I'll stop it, and then I'll film part 2. So, for collectors like me, and I'm sure a lot of you other guys out there, we're so OCD with our collection. We want it to be immaculate. We want to take care of it. Not all of us are, do it just for the flipping aspect of it. A lot of us just want to take care of our collection because it's something we cherish. It's something that got us through hard times when we were kids or even adults. It's a way to escape. It's a way for me to come into my room here and just take a break from life and just get down to, being what it was like to be a kid again, man. Just reading a good book, reading an X-Men book or a Fantastic Four book or whatever. But anyways, I'm backtracking. So, I would always ask in my videos, hey, is there anybody that has an easier way of keeping track of your collection other than a notepad or, a notebook or something? And a lot of people were steering me towards this app. Now, in no means, no manner, no way am I being paid or am I sponsored by or anything like that. It's strictly my opinion. There's going to be positives and there's going to be some negatives about it. But it is just something that I found, I stumbled upon to help me organize my collection and to make it easier. If you guys don't know, I have a video where I did a live stream. I think it's the first time ever done on YouTube a live stream of counting my entire comic book collection. It took me over 6 hours, and I think I came upon a number of like 17,000, 17,000 whatever amount of books. So that's where I'm leading to this. And then somebody said, "Well, have you kept track since you counted?" And my dumbass, I did not. I never kept track of the numbers after I collected, because I get so many books per week on my pull list, and then books I get from eBay. I just never kept track after that video, which is bad on my part. So stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to get into the app that I use, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. And remember to stay tuned for part 2. And this will count just as one video towards my retirement, semi-retirement, or whatever you want to call it, videos. So stay tuned for part 2, guys. It's the Real Comic Book Junkie, and I'm coming right back. Be right back.